this Azir Jhin, you know, duo
First big play, the first big kill being hunted is onto Flandra. The stun lock is going to come across here, but his health bar is only down to about half, and Erha is going to fall to the turret, so Flandra makes it a 1-for-1. He can, but with the response teleport from Xiaohu, Flandra is going to fall, and Shanks will not be able to fly in and try and trade any of those kills. There's the immediate Pantheon
for him if he did, but...
They got pink wards on both sides of the river, and Kyle with a way too far forward escapade. That was a gift of a kill towards the enemy turret to try and buy space for the flame spitter, but his fate has been sealed. One more scrap shield is going to buy him a bit more time, and this boy is just about wasting the time of Flandra because he has earned his first solo bolo on this Yorick. Oh, here we go. The Aurora Pantheon, this Riemann shuffle whiffs, and Xiaohu perfectly sets up Tien to fly in. Back. Game 1, we're already going blow for blow. Each of these teams are matching each other, and right on tote, here it is. Breathe being the weak side. Unfortunate benefactory of another dive here from, and they're going to get the stun through thanks to Sejuani. Hope hits another shot into the heart of Erha. Flandra is getting a tier 2 turret, and AL are still winning fights, breaking structures. This is why AL are so feared right now in the LPL. Now, and Flandra actually wants the fight into Xiaohu, who gets his ultimate back up here. Flandra trying to use the Spade healing to out-trade Xiaohu, but he's not going to get the main up in time. And as well, with the Aurora ultimate, Kael's going to fall force. The crit shots don't find any mark just yet, but Shanks this time round gets to stand tall with his Sand Soldiers, and Hope is finding the shots to break the will of Weibo. And he eats a deadly flourish right to the face. Xiaohu mispositioned. Tien comes in with the Grand Starfall. He's only going to be able to trade Shanks here. Goes into the Unstoppable, but Hope hits another big crit shot. And Weibo, they just gift away an Anacon off the back of the Cloud Drake. Buys a bit of time here. Xiaohu teleports in with the Between Worlds. Flandra is going to die, Shanks, but he's bought so much time and taken so many resources away from Weibo. They're completely split, but so is Shanks. He has to buy time for the rest of his team to get here. There's the curtain call over, and there is the alley-oop into the dunk, but the curtain call does get canceled, and that buys enough time for them to kill off Shanks. Now it is only Hope, the only damage dealer up here for AL, as their front line begins to crumble. Tarzan is going to have to bring the rest of Weibo away from them, and just like that, the Weibo thought they had the right fight, and they're going to try part 2 as Erha swings on into Hope, but goes way too far forward on his lonesome. Kyle punishes it. We're not going to talk about that Glacial Prison from Tar. Just buying space for Weibo on the top side. But that is an absolute turn to the decimation on the side lanes we saw Flandra getting all game long. Where is that Grand Starfall? Because it looks like AL want to scrap, and they get rid of Erha with 2 shots of the curtain call, and it's just total chaos. Weibo are crumbling over the crushing might of anyone's legend. It's a complete rout of a fight, 4-for-0, and just like that, game over. AL take our series lead.
Absolute masterclass from AL on how to play with the Baron buff, and they are going to run that masterclass right into the base to dominate game number 1.
But you're real.
They are
going to land it across, throwing the stones right at Shanks' noggin, and they will punish that early flash. Tien damage going to land immediately, goes for the impale, stacks 2 just like that, but the turn comes out from Tarzan because they didn't have any damage. Light wasn't close enough. Xiaohu had cooldowns. The bailout will not save him, but luckily the flash play onto Shanks will make it a all of that chaos buys enough time for AL to secure their second dragon of the game, and cease and desist was left up into a perfect double tap from Kyle. They perfectly locked out. Go wide as Tien didn't even have to commit the ultimate to get the flash out. There's another shockwave down. Shanks only finds 1, so AL really struggling to sync their ultimates up together, and this game 2 is just getting so far for Hope as well. The shockwave and season assist, though, is enough of an ailment to knock down Xiaohu. Don't need the crystallized stun of the arrow. First pick found, 50-50, this Octagon. That's what they're going to get. Hostile takeover hits onto 4 members as Erha and Breathe fly in, and they set up Light to go wild with the Callista. AL trying to bite off an Otacon that they just could not chew, and it gives them...
Which is what they're doing now.
Oh, public execution lands. They find the crown jewel of Hope, who falls first, and now all of AL's damage is gone. The encore hits onto 4 members. Hostile takeover is going to go wide as a response there from Erha. Breathe here, double tap lands, but Tien gets the impale onto Shanks, the primary target. Tarzan trying to bail out, but Flandra is, Breathe is going to follow him over the wall and execute him once again. Tien secures the Baron, and now the turn comes out here. Hope and Kyle going to have to run away from the big Scorpion, but Xiaohu finds the seismic shove, the perfect combination knockdown to Hope. Every laning phase may have been questionable from Xiaohu, but when it comes to fights, when it comes to end games, this guy is locked in. There's nothing AL can do. There's nothing AL can take on the map right now. They are being routed.
Oh, and it's not even over. Tien is still going forward. This time maybe a bit too far.
Oh my god, we're going after the take Skarner. We've dumped 2 ultimates into him. Okay, Hope gets the shutdown. Fate's Call gonna save Arha for now. Hope able to free fire, gets a really good first commitment. Xiaohu comes through a gate that he had no business going through, but still kills Kael, goes into the stasis. Tarzan will shut him down. Second kill found. Shockwave hits its mark onto Erha. No bailout. Public execution, though, from Bree. There's a ton of damage in that Mbessa, and Tarzan is down now, but AL still want to push the tempo, knowing that this is a window for them to break back into the game. It's through a flurry of arrows from Hope and the damage out of Shank, but he's starting to free hit. Shanks has to get towards the back of the pit. Hostile takeover. Gonna hit onto Tarzan and Shanks. Kael goes down. Public execution comes through for Breathe, and now it's time to get the mops out because Weibo are cleaning house 1 kill at a time. It's only Tarzan and sectioned out of the pit, and they don't even get a chance at Baron. Comes across, and here is the first marker of the fight. It's Breathe trying to go wild. Hostile takeover going to hit Hope and Flandra. There's no way to play when you are taken over by Erha and the rest of Weibo. Sure, you had a massive shockwave from Shanks, but it is too little, too late. The witching hour has arrived. The midnight strike has came across in the name of Weibo, and that'll do it. 1-1 your series.
Really arrive on the Rift, and they did so here to tie up our series and keep the pressure on in game. Rise with the root can really make Silas's
Lightning, and Tien is back, wrecking the early game, matching Tarzan, and maybe out. He recognizes, hey, listen. Down, flash out from Shakes. Featherstorm comes down. Xiaohu very low, but still trying to hold on the front line. But his jungler falls. His AD carry flashes away, but Erha cannot escape Hope, who flies over the wall, nearly hits the mystic shot onto Xiaohu. An utter collapse around the Rift Herald pit here. Grubs, kills, everything. True shot barrages, feats of warfare. What is AL not gaining right now is they're wrecking the early game. 1 more kill into Light, and it's the perfect start.
7 minutes.
But we take the focus off of Hope right now. Cien might just get completely caught. Might was putting it a little bit lightly to try and fit their style. They're going to start by 50-50 this Rift Herald. Tien does win it. We have both mid laners going bull for bull, but the stolen Crescent Guard from Shanks provides so much value that Xiaohu goes down first. Breathe on the front line with the scissors is going to snip his way home through everybody. How much does your Herald cost you, Weibo? Because Hope is looking to clean house. Tien dies.
Yeah.
Does he want to go for it? No. Great entrance
Shanks?
there from Erha. Make sure that Tarzan can't get close enough. Shanks, though, has the quickness stolen. How many people can he get close to? He finds Light of all members. Burns through that first health bar into Flandra. They get the charm. Grand entrance knock up. Flandra, can he find a trade? Not this time. 1 versus 4. The needlework, though, buys him so much healing. That's Crescent Guard already out of the Zinzao, so all of Ezreal's damage pours through with a couple of W's and Q's like that. Tien's off the map, and what timing is that for AL? Pandit Silas, how many charms can he get? Gets one on the Light, forces out the Featherstorm. Tarzan does get brunted, he's just knocked up. CC lock. Tarzan goes down first. What do anyone's legends look like without the Spirit, the superstar of their team? It's Shanks to come to rescue. Abscond duck forward. They try and get onto Flandra. The Realm Warp gets all of Weibo out. Just when they might have had a good fight, decent chance, but Hope too far up on the front line, gets caught. The Realm Warp comes across, the root is down, the knockups are through, but Flandra is still standing tall next to Shanks. Shutdowns are coming across, but nobody can touch the Silas. Shanks is now the only one left in a 1 versus 2. Xiaohu will go down next. It's only the tanky Breathe. 2 solo lanes, 2 sides of opposite coins. That's the Crescent Guard, but hits the Abscond duck on top of Light, forces out the Featherstorm. Can he find the kill? Light 1 auto from death, and Shanks sends him there with a postcard from this mid lane fight. Only the Realm Warp to save Weibo from utter catastrophe. But that means that all burners turn on to Breathe. Weibo, when do they go in? Because Shanks has found another master flank again. Has the Crescent Guard stolen. There is the Stormbringer through for Tarzan. He gets brunted and stunned up though once again. Doesn't matter. He sets up Shanks to run amok with the front line. First is Tien. Next is Xiaohu. Shanks is setting up for a masterclass. It's absolute cinema, and the victors are anyone's legend. 5 for 1. Ace home thanks to their superstar Silas.
Dance does not go the way of Weibo, and AL will be walking their way to a 2-1 series lead.
And it's on the back of one of those less proven players. They take counter picks. Who Horn coming out. They're going everything onto Airhall with the Unbreakable Will, and they do catch Breathe trying to jump in with the Dominus. Gets a huge cold to me healing.
Alive.
Gets out. The hero's entrance will save Breathe. No. Xiao gets the knock up to set Light up to go in with the Killer Instinct, but Shanks has already taken off Airhall. Light really needs to be the carry here on this Kaisa, trying to get forward. But Shanks is the one that has to flash out. Tarzan trying to hold the line on the front side. He's going to flash after Light. He has the fear. Can he get the kill? Yes! Tien is very potent to try and chase him down. Gets the flash forward to make sure he can find the kill, and the poison will do it. Weibo in the first big fight breaking open. Find a narrow win. The knockup buffered here by Airhop, but he's down. Gone. Hero's entrance does not stop. The cow goes down. Beef's on the menu, and AL are still hunting. They're pushing the tempo, going after this bot tier 1 turret.
Tien.
We have to be careful because Breeze gets Dominus back up. Burns through Kyle. Trades his life. Support for top laner. Another win for AL. Not lights go out. Tarzan goes in. He wants light, but there's nobody else following him. Desync out of AL. Punishes Tarzan, and now the rest of AL are too low, and Light is flashing forward. But fluidly, Tarzan's going to push the paranoia onto Breathe to hold him at play. Xiao Hu goes down first, and AL are somehow finding a way to front to back through a team fight. Tien goes down next. Weibo had no business holding that line at the Drake pit, and boy, did it cost them. We're losing tons of ultimates, but Flandra finds a 3-man knockup. Light, though, still untouched, trying to turn and burn through the Orn's health bar, but he's losing his front line once again. Xiao Hu goes down, looks a lullaby through, but Hope is kept safe. Kyle's shield is holding everything at bay. Light cannot get in. Somebody has to find these kills, but nobody on AL will go down. Finally, Light flies in. 1 kill found, but he's kited out. He's pushed way far out of any further fight, and Spear rushes back up. Can Shanks find the kills? Yes! Light's down. Tien falls. Shanks the hero once again for anyone's legend. No! The knockups come through. Light tries to fly in to save it. Huge knockups across the board, but it's AL that come out on top. Anyone can be a legend, but these 5 are legendary today! They're gonna knock Weibo down once again to the lower bracket. AL are 1 series away from getting back to where they fell short in Split 1. 1 series away